Hello,
right.
Boring Review Nation. Gabe.
This guy's a punk.
I love it.
Nick.
And we're here today, guys, to drop, it's a quick video. Not normally what we do here, but as much as we talk about film, whether it be international, whether it be domestic films, Oscars were last night. How can we not talk about the Oscars? We're just going to talk about some of our favorite moments from last night's Oscar. What do you think?
So I always have been one of those kids, one of those manly men who, as a kid, love watching the Oscars. I watch it every single year. I'm the only one in my house that really watches it. Jody will watch it with me here and there, but I get excited. I look forward to it.
Right.
And so for me, I watched it a few hours after it was live, so I can skip through the commercials. But I thought it was really good.
Right.
I miss having a host. I think hosts are a great idea.
Right.
I understand there's been some issues in the past with getting hosts and tweets and whatnot.
Right.
I thought without having a host, they did a pretty good job. I thought that Janelle Monáe, who opened up the show, did a fantastic job. She's very, very talented, and she's a great actress, too. She was in Hidden Figures, and she was also in Harriet. But I thought overall it was a great show. I wanted two people to win more than anything else. I wanted Brad Pitt to win. I wanted Joaquin Phoenix to win. We had talked about in our Once Upon a Time in Hollywood review that you mentioned at first that he needs to get an Oscar for this, and also Leonardo, you weren't sure which one.
Right.
He got it. I thought, because I've seen it since then, I thought he completely deserved that Oscar.
Right.
I thought he gave an Oscar performance. I love seeing him up there, and I love seeing Joaquin Phoenix win it because the second time an actor's won for the Joker role, Marvel, you have no acting categories.
Listen, you know that's got to be driving the Academy crazy, like, oh, another comic book movie. They're all, they're super mad about it.
But they gave it to him.
But they don't have a choice.
And not just
they don't have a choice.
They gave him the full-out best actor.
Best actor. And I remember when, earlier in the year, again, recency bias, of course, but earlier in the year, the first movie I saw and I said, man, Avengers Endgame, oh man, Robert Downey Jr. is going to get the Oscar. His performance was amazing.
And I laughed at you.
Then you did. And then I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I'm like, oh, this is unbelievable. I think Leonardo DiCaprio is going to get an Oscar for this. I think Brad Pitt's going to get an Oscar. They were both amazing. This movie it's Oscar bait. Everybody's going to love it. But then Joker. Oh, I mean, I'm getting chills right now. That was an unbelievable performance. That was a performance of a lifetime. If they did not give it, people were going to riot. I'm telling you, they were going to riot.
Now, to be fully honest, I'm not sure if it was the best of the year because I haven't seen all the performances, right? But I was so vindicated, so happy to see that the Oscars, the Academy, had the guts to give it to them. So many great performances, but I love seeing those two. Their speeches were a little dicey. I thought Brad Pitt wasn't too bad. I love the line he said where talk about DiCaprio. He said, "I'll ride your coattails any day." I love The View, by the way. Joaquin Phoenix, I know he was going to go up there. I think he just gets so anxious and so nervous. I think he hates, I really do, even though he's an actor, I think he hates getting attention. And so this is what he does when he's on the big stage, and he's been waiting. He's been nominated 3 other times before last night.
Right.
So 4 times total. I mean, his speech was a bunch of I don't want to say nonsense. The way he was delivering it was just so disjointed. He had a message to say, and that's fine.
It was all over the place, man.
But it wasn't really an acceptance speech.
It doesn't matter, man. He was up there against some heavy hitters, and everybody already knew that category was taken. I'll tell you what.
Look at that shirt.
Ooh, Joker, I love it. But this is, I think, 2 surprises for me of the night. I love the theme that the Oscars are finally starting to embrace not just pop culture, but rap as well. Eminem on stage, that was
okay. We got to talk about that. So, sorry to interrupt you, but I was watching it. My wife was in the room. She was going to bed. She literally turned over and said good night, and they started doing the whole, montage of songs and movies, and every single time I'm thinking, like, that's a great one. That's great. They did a great job with that. And then they lasted longer on the Eminem from 8 Mile part. And I was thinking to myself, and I said out loud, is he going to be here tonight performing? Because I didn't see that coming anywhere. My wife literally, when she heard that was an idea, she got her glasses back on, sat back up. We watched the performance. I was blown away. I love the little Burt Reynolds clip they showed about Lose Yourself. But that was a phenomenal moment. I don't think it was his best performance.
Right.
Maybe even he was a little nervous to be on the Oscar stage. He wasn't there to get his award back when he won it. I think it's 2003 or whatever it was. But that was a phenomenal moment.
It was. And you know what? I tell you, I love that. Just the Oscars they're starting to break that old school mentality and that stigma of, only artsy movies, and they're only taking, performances from obscure titles we never heard of. Back in the day, a film like Joker that made $1 billion would have never won an Oscar, because they would have said no, absolutely not.
What about Netflix being represented by Marriage Story?
Marriage Story, Netflix represented.
Did she deserve that award? You saw the movie.
I was upset. I thought that she deserved it. Well, I'm telling you, Scarlett Johansson, this is the first time I realized, wow, she can act. I tell you, Marriage Story is one of those movies, when you watch it, you're not going to want to watch it again, because it's such a real performance, and you're like, oh, but it was amazing. And she gave it a performance for the ages in that. But, it is what it is. There was some really, really tough competition last night. I will tell you what, we got to give love to South Korea. I wouldn't say they swept it, but man,
dude,
best picture,
4 Oscars.
Wow, best picture, adaptation play.
Sorry, I don't think that's ever been done in one night. I'm pretty sure. I think the most one person has won is 4 Oscars total. So he tied that record.
Right.
I mean, the dude went in, and he was very, very personable. He was very charismatic in his own way. He was giving love to Scorsese and Tarantino. I was shocked that Tarantino didn't win the writing award. That is his Oscar.
Right.
When he writes something that is a box office success and a critical success, he usually always takes that home.
I was upset about that, but what I did like about it was they had the entire cast up on stage with them. It just wasn't one person up there accepting the award, because it was a labor of love for a lot of people. A lot of people worked there, and they even mentioned that in their speech.
They do typically do that. They've done that for a few years now, bringing the whole ensemble up there.
I thought that was so cool, man. But for me, just because I love rap, the fact that Eminem was on stage, that was huge for me. The fact that Joker won, and I had said it months ago, and same thing with Brad Pitt. I called that. Sorry, Leo, I called you too, but it didn't happen. I know Leo probably, the minute he saw Joker,
he was filming Brad Pitt more.
Joker was like, Leonardo DiCaprio was like this, right, at a private screening. He was feeling good about himself, eating popcorn, and then when he's watching Joker, he's like, oh crap. He said
the popcorn
he's like,
down.
Darn it! He knew the minute he saw Joker, man, I lost. And it is what it is.
Boy Reviews!